Hi Libra, welcome to your message or a message for June 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with theirs or your moon, rising, or Venus sign. So this is just a message you need to hear for June 2020. Not the only message or the message, but just something you need to keep in mind for June 2020. All right, Libra. Libra. Six of Swords, the Fool, Gemini, Virgo, or Aries, Page of Wands, the Hermit, Four of Swords, and Six of Wands. All right. So you have decided to move on. It looks like you're kind of doing the baby steps, fresh start, and going into hermit mode. Okay. Well, good. You need to stay there. Because whatever situation you're dealing with, whether it's a romantic interest, family member, whatever it is, whatever the other is, they're not budging. So you need to not budge either. All right, what's this Fool card about? Whoopsie. What's this Fool card about? Cruelty. Interesting way to put it. Nine of Swords. So this, okay. What's this Page of Wands? Whoopsie. What's this Page of Wands? Libra. Four of Cups. Good. You can be stuck on how you feel too then. What's this Hermit about? Seven of Wands. Good for you. What's this Four of Swords for Libra? Emperor. That could be Aries. Oopsie. This is, you know, it kind of feels like you got out of a situation and you need to continue to be out of that situation and give yourself the time to think because this looks like you're moving on or you're thinking about moving on from a situation. And it's like just when you get enough distance from it, you maybe start to doubt or kind of negotiate with it. No, because I think what it feels like is the other person's like sitting there with their arms folded, or maybe it's work. But whatever other entity you're dealing with is not budging. It's like if it's a person, it could be that they're waiting you out. They're waiting for you to kind of capitulate, you know, to cave and to make things work again or to come back. And your job is to not do that. What you need to hear for June is not a month where you're going back. This is Six of Wands. June is the month where you're going to stay thinking also. You're going to stay in hermit mode and think about how you can regain control back in your life, how you can make your life more peaceful and more resourcing for you. So it doesn't have to be that you're leaving a relationship. This could be a family member and you're just going to stay home with your person and you two are going to figure things out or whatnot. You know, they're going to be your source of comfort. But whatever it is, it feels like it's very private. It feels like it's a very solitary thing. So you're not telling too many people about it. This is an internal thing that you're thinking about. And you're dealing with somebody that it feels like they're waiting you out, honestly. What's this? Whoopsie. What's this Six of Wands? Here's what it feels like. It feels like you walked away from something that was very important to you, or you distanced yourself. And the other person, it was not nearly as big a deal to them. So this could be work that it was just kind of a temporary employment. But if it's a person, family, relationship, that sort of thing, you had a lot invested, they did not. They're kind of just hoping that because they liked what it was, but they don't want to change anything about their situation to kind of give you either what you want or to have it grow into anything. And I think you were much more invested in, again, this could be work or whatever relationship this was. You were much more invested in it, and it's been kind of an overhaul for you in dealing with this. And I think perhaps you realized that this was like you doing a lot of the effort, or you just weren't going to get what you wanted out of this. And so you've decided to move on, but there's this doubt here. And this is not a time for you to act on that. Just because you feel something doesn't mean you act on it. It means you give it a container and let it do its thing over there in the corner, and you keep an eye on it, but it doesn't control you or consume you. You're this big entity, and that's only a part of you. So that needs to be contained. It doesn't need to be compulsory. So just, this is about having your wits about you, not going back on your decision, baby steps, sitting and thinking about the decision to pull back. You need to stay with that decision. This is not about getting antsy and then rushing back in. It feels like it's taking its toll on you because there hasn't been any movement, or you're not comfortable with the silence and the stillness. And that time is to be used for you to create for yourself and to restore order, and look at how you can bring yourself back into control of this situation and establish control. We got the Fool twice here. Is that the 3? That's a 6 of Wands. Good. So whatever you have left from to move towards, it's a good thing. It's a good idea. You should be doing it. But remember, baby steps. And don't let that doubt. You left for a reason. You sequestered yourself off for a reason, because it wasn't going to change, and you knew that. And it wasn't that you didn't present the situation a certain way. This is not for you to kind of go back and go, well, what about this? If someone wants your employment, or if someone wants to be with you, it doesn't matter how it's presented. They just want to be in the room with you. They just want you for an employee. They'll work with whatever. But so this isn't about how I should have presented it this way, or maybe I didn't know. No doubting, no thinking it's up to you to kind of, well, maybe if I did, no. 3 kicks to butter. You stay the course. What else for Libra? Libra. Somebody is playing some music. 7 of Pentacles. I don't like that because I don't see it that way. Like, that's not something I would have ever equated with this, but just for reference, it says it there. Holy cow, somebody's really playing some music out there. All right, it says 7 of Pentacles. What in the world? Oh, it's an ice cream truck. Oh, I don't know if you could hear it, but it's an ice cream truck rolling through. Okay. Oh, that's dun, 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 dun. Okay, all right. Focus. Yeah. Do, 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 do. So, 7 of Pentacles here. This is that. There's that doubt. There's that maybe having regrets, or looking in front of you going, okay, it's like you're at the crossroads and you're deciding what to do. Whatever you do, it's going to take effort. You recognize that, you acknowledge that, but it feels like you're kind of like, oh, this is hard. Yes, it is. Baby steps. You left for a reason, or you sequestered yourself for a reason. You walked away for a reason. This is about understanding why and rebuilding. Understanding why and rebuilding. And we got the 6 of Wands here with the Fool. This is a successful new beginning, basically, or whatever risk you took, it's going to pay off. Baby steps. Baby steps. It's not going to happen overnight. Stand your ground. This is a thinking time for you also. June is not about rejoining whatever situation that was and trying to couch and offer in a different way. This is not that. What else for Libra? Intuition. Yay. Okay, I like that, because you're at the crossroads. You need to rely on your intuition here. You know what the right thing to do, what the right answer, what the right movement, trajectory, all that is. It's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to stay the course. And this is where you're going to need to dig deep and to call on that intuition, connect to source, whatever you got to do to feel intuitively led here. Because when you're intuitively led, when you feel right about something, you don't worry about how. You don't have all this anxiety and wondering, did I do the right thing? Oh, no, it just, you're doing right because it feels right. You're aligned. You're not worried. You're optimistic. You're hopeful. You're curious. So stay the course with your intuition, because that's what's going to eliminate that doubt and fear of regret, or like, oh, the other person, the other entity, whoever it is not worried about that. I think I feel like they're waiting you out. I feel like they're waiting for you to make the first move again. Perhaps this is work waiting for you to call them, and you're just like, you know what, I'm not going to call. I'm not coming back. I'm just going to do my own thing, or I'm going to look elsewhere. Maybe it's that relationship. You left for a reason. Okay. What else for Libra? Okay, so we got the Page of Wands, no, Knight of Wands in limbo, as is Strength in limbo. So both of these are Leo. So you could be dealing with Leo, but what also is it about that, what it could also be is about that assertive energy not having any direction yet. And having to pace yourself. So perhaps you've got all this like, I want to do something, but you can't, or you don't feel like you can, and nor should you, let's be honest, because what you should be doing is channeling that into, okay, what do I want for myself in the future, and then backwards engineering that. How do I get there? This is what I want. How do I get there? That's where that energy needs to go. This has to be baby steps. You might be like chomping at the bit, but baby steps, because right now what you're doing is rebuilding. For the Libras that I'm reading for, you're rebuilding. This is about having the strength and the stamina and reestablishing order, all of that, safety, security for yourself, all of that. And it begins with baby steps, a lot of effort, a lot of ideas that need to be channeled. And now is the thinking time. Now is the thinking time. June is kind of letting things percolate. You've got good things coming. The risks that you're taking or the new beginning, that it's going to work out, all good things. But June is a laying low thinking month. Baby steps. Okay, all right. Okay, Libra, I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope you feel comforted. It feels like there's a lot of energy, like you're just chomping at the bit and you're just like, I want to do something. No, you don't. No, you don't. You did something already. Now is the thinking time. Okay, 3 kicks to butter. Okay, I hope to see you in the next reading. Happy June to you. Much love. Take care.